Yo Brollies, a month ago, I shared with you my full DeepCool PC build featuring the very neat DeepCool CK560 chassis and a bunch of new PC components from DeepCool. And today, I'm following that up with a full DeepCool desk setup tour to give you guys some idea that you can possibly apply to your own personal setups. In this setup tour, aside from the DeepCool PC build, we're also going to feature the DeepCool KG722 gaming keyboard, the MC310 gaming mouse, and the GM820 extended gaming mousepad. I'll also share with you all the different desk accessories that I have, including the monitor light bar that I use, some lamps, a wall clock, and other little things that add up to the overall functionality and aesthetics of the setup. By the way, since we're celebrating our 50,000 subscriber milestone and we're featuring DeepCool products here, I'm going to give away one DeepCool 240EX AIO, so make sure to watch the entire video. With that being said, let's get into it. Alright, let's jump right into it, starting here on the left side. Up here on the wall, I have a modern minimalistic wall clock that is made out of wood and metal, which looks really nice and matches perfectly with my wooden pegboard and speaker stands. By the way, I'll put all the links below to all the products that we'll feature here so that you can also order one if you're interested. Below that, I have a few decorations, including the Realme SmartCam 360, and below them, I have my charging station for my camera batteries, nicely organized on an IKEA Scadis pegboard, mounted on an IKEA Lerberg shelf. I also have a couple of 3D printed battery compartments here to organize all my batteries and easily access them when I need them. I had to secure all of them using zip ties because I had to mount the IKEA Scadis pegboard sideways to fit the space. I also have a Momox portable wireless power bank here and a 3D printed battery holder. Now, what's cool about this is that I also have a motion activated light whenever I need to grab something from the charging station at night. All the chargers are connected to a multi-port charger and connected to a smart plug so that I can use them as part of my smart home ecosystem. Now, underneath the charging station, we have the Realme Book nicely sitting on a 3D printed stand. This is now being used by my wife for admin tasks, and she can actually connect it to the desk setup if she wants to take advantage of the bigger screen of the monitor. By the way, you can watch my review of the Realme Book here if you're interested. Underneath that, we have a simple HP DeskJet printer and scanner, again for her admin tasks. And lastly, for this side of the setup, we have Ben, our trusty and reliable vacuum robot, which is an S7 Pro from Smart360. Everything here is connected to a Royu power strip. Next, we have a modern minimalistic wall lamp here that is also connected to a smart plug. This complements well with the Edison lamp on the other side. By the way, this is also part of the 6 unique desk setup accessories video that I recently made, which you can also watch here. Besides it, we have a wooden pegboard from Iron Meets Wood, which is made out of solid and real wood. Here I have some decorations like 3D printed containers, a ficus garden plant, a scented candle just because it's white, and a smoke alarm ready for my 3D printer in case it blows up. Just kidding. Now, speaking of 3D printers, since I have some spare wood platform from the pegboard, I decided to print some legs for it and use it as a speaker stand. I think it looks cool and unique and matches well with the pegboard and the wall clock. For the speaker, I just have a simple Logitech Z120, which I have had for years now and is still working properly. It sounds good for the price, but I'm still planning on getting a better speaker soon for the setup. Now, right here on the left side, I also have a Xiaomi Upin desk clock, which I picked up simply because it's cute with its LED matrix expressions. It also has a lamp and can also serve as a bedside alarm clock. Besides it, I have a wooden coaster, also from Iron Meets Wood, and a coffee mug with a wooden handle. Now, the monitor that I'm using for the setup is the Asus VG27AQ L1A, which is a bang for the buck 27-inch 1440p monitor with up to 170Hz refresh rate. You can watch my full review about it here. It is mounted using a North Bayou F80 monitor arm, and the light bar that I have for it is the Yeelight Screen Light Bar Pro, which features a detachable and rotatable LED bar with adjustable color temperature and brightness via a wireless knob, and also features an RGB ambient backlight. Moving forward towards the start of the show, we have our DeepCool gaming peripherals featuring the DeepCool KG722 gaming keyboard, the MC310 gaming mouse, and the GM820 extended gaming mousepad. The DeepCool KG722 gaming keyboard features a compact 65% form factor with a very clean aesthetic thanks to its side legends. It also features perky RGB lighting and is customizable via the software. The software is fairly polished with options to customize the keys to different functions such as macro, key remapping, mouse functions, text, multimedia shortcuts, key combination, other shortcuts, profile switching, and launching programs. You can also adjust the lighting effects here and the brightness, speed, and direction of the animation. And lastly, you can also record macros if you're into that. Now, inside the box, you'll get a detachable braided cable, a nice wire keycap puller, a user manual, and the KG722 keyboard itself. It features a quite familiar design and form factor and is made mostly out of hard plastic materials with decent build quality. The keycaps are made out of ABS keycaps, and while the legends are just laser etched, they won't fade away since you'll barely even touch them. In terms of the switches, what we have here is Gateron Red, which is decent enough and feels quite smooth out of the box. The typing experience is nice thanks to the linear Gateron Reds, and the overall sound is good enough for me, especially for a pre-built keyboard. Here's a quick sound test for you guys. By the way, before we continue, like I said earlier, I'm going to give away one DeepCool 240EX AIO, and all you have to do to join the giveaway is like and share this video. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below your favorite part of this desk setup tour with the hashtag DeepCoolDeskSetup. And for more information, check the description below. By the way, I'm using a custom coiled cable here from Keyboard Studios, which looks really nice with the DeepCool KG722. Next, we have the DeepCool MC310 gaming mouse, which features a honeycomb design with a minimally low-profile symmetrical form factor, subtle RGB illumination, and with a smooth, soft-touch matte finish. It has up to 12,800 dpi, 1 switches, PTFE mouse feet, and a braided cable. And while it's not the lightest wired gaming mouse out in the market at around 75 grams, it is still fairly lightweight. The performance is decent enough as long as you're okay with the weight and its overall shape. Inside the box, you'll get a user manual and the DeepCool MC310 gaming mouse itself. It also has its own software that allows you to customize the functionality of the 7 buttons to a different function such as another mouse function, DPI loop, other shortcuts, media controls, macro, window shortcuts, profile switching, and some built-in game profiles. You can also record your macro here, adjust the performance settings such as sensitivity, DPI, and others, and adjust the lighting effects. I just wish that there would be only one software for all DeepCool peripherals, so it is more streamlined than installing separate softwares for each. Now, aside from the main gaming peripherals, we also have the DeepCool GM820 extended gaming mousepad, which features a 900 by 340 by 3mm spill-proof smooth cloth surface optimized for speed and precision. It also has a DeepCool colorway edge stitching with a subtle DeepCool logo at the lower right corner. Of course, it has a non-slip rubber base to keep it stay in place. Now, on the right side of the desk setup, I have a 3D printed coin holder and an Edison lamp beside the DeepCool PC build. This lamp features a wooden base with a metal body and uses an E27 standard socket. It also has brightness adjustment via a small knob on the base. And finally, the PC that we have for the setup is of course the full DeepCool PC build featuring DeepCool's latest products such as the DeepCool CK560 chassis, the Castle 240EX AIO, PQ1000M power supply, FC120 case fans, and the SD500 ARGB graphics card support bracket. It has an AMD Ryzen 7 5800X processor, an Asus ROG Strix 3070 graphics card, Kingston KC3000 1TB Gen 4 NVMe SSD, 32GB of G-Skill Trident Z Neo 3600MHz RAM, and an ASRock B550 Taichi motherboard. And as you can tell, this build looks absolutely clean and of course capable enough for my day-to-day productivity tasks and competitive gaming. Now, it is sitting nicely on top of an IKEA Alex drawer where I store most of my 3D printed stuff, accessories, and other peripherals. The table that I'm using here is from a local seller here in the Philippines which is super affordable for just around 1,800 Philippine pesos. It is quite stable with a very durable wooden desktop. And as you can see, the width of the table, which is 120 centimeters, is just enough to fit the space alongside the IKEA Alex drawer. Now, here on the right side of the setup, I have a bolt test rack that I covered with illustration boards, and on top of that, I have my Creality Ender 3 V2 3D printer, and I also have the same motion activated light here. By the way, this desk setup is connected to smart devices from Global Gears Distribution as part of my simple smart home ecosystem using some smart plugs, bulbs, LED strip, and power strip. I'll put some links below so that you can check it out. Essentially, I can control the lamps, charging station, LED strip, power strip behind the setup, and even the robot vacuum cleaner using voice controls via Google Assistant. Hey Google, turn on second desk.
Sure, turning the second desk on.
Hey Google, turn on wall lamp.
Sure, turning the wall lamp on.
Hey Google, turn on second desk light.
Alright, turning on the second desk light.
Overall, I like how this desk setup turned out. And while it's not perfect, especially the location of the AC unit, which actually came first before the setup, so I pretty much can't do anything about it, it's perfect enough for my personal preference. And there you have it guys, thank you for watching. Huge thanks to DeepCool for providing most of the major components for the setup. And full disclaimer, they did not pay me for this video, but they did provide all the DeepCool products mentioned. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this desk setup, and if you have any other suggestions when it comes to desk accessories that I can possibly feature in this channel. Don't forget to join the giveaway, and thanks to DeepCool for providing the DeepCool 240EX AIO. Thank you for watching, subscribe if you like this, and see you next time. Have a great day guys, you're awesome.